Good morning and thank you to the examiner for this opportunity. Today, I will be presenting my School of Science and Medicine project titled The Beat of Life Secrets of the Circulatory System. The project is focuses on the cardiology, which is the branch of medicine that studies the heart and the circulatory system. So, the heart is the vital organ that functions as the pump, continuously supplying oxygen and nutrient to the entire body while removing the waste product. Any abnormality in the heart structure or the function can lead to the serious condition, including heart failure and sudden death. So, cardiovascular diseases remain one of the leading causes of the mortality worldwide. This is highlight the importance of the understanding how the heart is works, both in health and disease. I choose this topic due to my strong interest in cardiology and my aspiration to become a cardiologist in the future. Now, I will move on to the anatomy of the heart. The heart is the muscular organ located in the mediastinum between the two lungs and slightly tied to the left side of the thoracic cavity. It is approximately the size of the clenched fist and weighs about the 250 to 300 grams in adults. Anatomically, the heart is divided into the four chambers: the right atrium, right ventricle, left atrium, and left ventricle. The right side of the heart receives the deoxygenated blood from the body and pumps it to the lungs through the pulmonary circulation. The left side of the heart receives the oxygenated blood from the lung and pumps it to the rest of the body via systemic circulation. The blood flow to the heart is regulated by the forevalve. The tricuspid valve lies between the right atrium and the right ventricle, while the mitral valve is lies between the left atrium and left ventricle. The pulmonary and aortic valve prevent the backflow of the blood from the pulmonary artery and aorta into the ventricles. The heart is consists of the three layers: the epicardium, myocardium, and endocardium. The myocardium is the thick muscular layer responsible for the contraction and is especially thick in the left ventricle due to its role in pumping blood at high pressure to all over the body. Finally, the heart is supplied by the coronary arteries, which arise from the ascending aorta. These arteries provide oxygen and nutrient to the myocardium, and they are essential for maintaining the normal heart function. Moving on, now I will discuss about the physiology of the heart. The heart functions through a repeating sequence known as the cardiac cycle, which consists of the systole and diastole. The systole refers to the ventricular contraction, while the diastole refers to the ventricular relaxation and filling. The heartbeat is controlled by the electrical conduction system. The impulse originates from the sinoatrial node, which is known as the pacemaker of the heart. Then it travels through the anteroventricular node down to the bundle of East and through the Purkinje fibers, causing the coordinated contraction of the ventricle. The heart sound is produced by the valve closure. The third R sound, S1, which is the loop, occurs when the atrioventricular valve is closed, while the second R sound, S2, which is a loop sound, occurs when the seminal valve closes. This precise coordination ensures the efficient pumping of the blood throughout the body. Now, I will explain about the biochemistry and energy regulation of the heart. The heart has a very high and continuous energy demand because it must contract throughout the life without rest. To meet this demand, the cardiomyocyte contains a large number of the mitochondria, which are responsible for producing the adenosine triphosphate or ATP to the oxidative phosphorylation. The fatty acids are primarily for the energy source of the heart under the normal conditions, contributing to the major of the ATP production. However, the heart is metabolically flexible and also can utilize the glucose, lactate, and ketone bodies, especially during the stress or ischemic conditions. The energy regulation in the heart is closely linked to the calcium handling. The calcium ions enter the cardiomyocyte through L-type calcium channel during the depolarization and triggers a further calcium release from the sarcoplasmic reticulum. This process is known as the acceleration and contraction coupling, allows the ATP to be used efficiently. for the muscle contraction. The proper regulation of the energy metabolism is essential as the impaired ATP production can reduce the contractility and lead to the heart failure. Now, I will briefly explain about the histology and biochemistry of the heart. Histologically, the heart is composed of the cardiac muscle tissue. The cardiac muscle cells are striated, branched, and contain a single central nucleus. These cells are connected by the integral electricities, which allow the rapid electrical transmission and strong mechanical connection, ensuring a synchronized contraction. From a biochemical perspective, the heart is a very high energy demand. The cardiomyocyte contains an abundance of mitochondria that continuously produce ATP. The heart is mainly uses a fatty acid at its primary energy source, along with the glucose and also the lactate. The calcium ions play a critical role in acceleration, contraction, coupling, enabling the muscle contraction and relaxation. Now, I will discuss the coronary artery disease, commonly known as a CAD. Coronary artery disease occur when the coronary arteries which supply the oxygen-rich blood to the heart muscle become narrow or block. The main underlying cause of the CAD is arteriosclerosis, a gradual process of involving accumulation of fatty deposits of cholesterol and inflammatory cell within the arterial wall. As the arteriosclerosis process, the lumen of the coronary artery become narrow and reducing blood flow to the myocardium. This can lead to myocardial ischemia, which commonly presents as the chest pain or angina, especially during the physical exertion or emotional stress. If a plate rupture, it can trigger the thrombus formation and result in the complete arterial occlusion, causing the myocardial infarction. The several risks of the factors that contribute to the development of the CAD. These include the non-modifiable factors such as age, gender, and genetic predisposition, as well as the modifiable factor such as smoking, hypertension, diabetes mellitus, hyperlipidemia, obesity, and a sedentary lifestyle. The early diagnosis of the CAD is essential to prevent complications. Management includes the lifestyle modification, pharmaceutical therapy, and interventional procedures such as the coronary angioplasty and stent placement. Understanding the pathophysiology of the CAD highlights the importance of the prevention and early detection and timely treatment, reducing the cardiovascular morbidity and mortality. For the technology that used to detect the coronary artery disease is commonly known as the cardiac catheterization. In conclusion, this assessment project had enhanced my understanding of the art from the basic science to the clinical application. I learned that proper heart function depends on the integration of the anatomy, physiology, and histology and biochemistry. Any disruption in this mechanism can lead to the serious cardiovascular disease. This project also highlighted that the importance of the early diagnosis, preventive strategies, and advanced medical technology in improving the patient outcomes. Most importantly, this SSM strengthened my passion for cardiology and reinforced my desire to pursue a future career as the cardiologist. Understanding the heart and its mechanisms is essential not only for the medical professional but also promoting the healthy communities. That's all from me. Thank you very much.